The newest episode of The Walking Dead, Daryl Dixon threw me off right away because of how it handled last week's cliffhanger. That tense ending had us all thinking Carol had fallen into the hands of those creepy, skull-masked cultists, but within moments of this new episode we realize she's perfectly fine, just further down the road. It almost felt like the show pulled a fast one on us, and while I get why they did it, I can't help but wonder if that kind of misdirection takes away some of the tension. What do you think? Was it clever or just a cheap trick? The real story kicks in when Daryl gets into a classic Western-style showdown, saving a couple from some armed raiders. The boyfriend is hesitant, but the girlfriend offers a glimmer of hope. Her grandmother is a healer. With Carol injured and badly in need of help, Daryl insists they take him to their village. The couple isn't too keen on letting outsiders in, and we can't really blame them. It's the apocalypse after all. But when Daryl pulls a gun, they don't have much of a choice. This standoff alone felt straight out of an old Western, only with the grit and danger of the Walking Dead's world layered on top. Once they arrive in the village, the familiar Walking Dead beats start to show. A wary community, trust issues, and Daryl having to prove himself. On paper, it's nothing we haven't seen before in this universe. Yet this time, the execution feels fresh because of how heavily the show leans into spaghetti Western tropes. Daryl's essentially walking into a frontier town that's been bullied into submission, and he takes it upon himself to push back. The villains are larger than life, the people need saving, and it all carries echoes of a fistful of dollars. Only swap the 6-shooter for a crossbow. What really elevates it is the atmosphere. You've got bandits terrorizing villages, tense standoffs, and this fortress-like stronghold that feels straight out of a Sergio Leone or Sergio Corbucci film. It's wild how the show is using Spain, not just as a backdrop but as a direct homage to those classic westerns that were shot there. Daryl himself almost feels like a man with no name figure, a lone gunslinger just trying to do the right thing in a broken world. Visually, the episode is stunning. The production team is making TV look like cinema, huge, detailed village sets that feel grimy and alive, dramatic firelit battles, and even quieter scenes like a dinner conversation that's lit with this moody, almost painterly touch. Every frame is layered with meaning, and it's impressive they're pulling this off on a television budget. Performance-wise, Norman Reedus keeps doing what he does best, giving Daryl that balance of tough exterior and quiet vulnerability. His social awkwardness still feels authentic, reminding us of the character's rough past, and Melissa McBride is doing a lot with limited material since Carol's head injury keeps her sidelined. Hopefully that's temporary, because we all know how much firepower Carol brings when she's at full strength. The newcomers stand out too. Oscar Jaenada as Federico is effortlessly charismatic, and Alexandra Masanke's Paz seems poised to play a bigger role. In the end, the episode doesn't quite hit the highs of the premiere, partly because the supposed cliffhanger villains feel less threatening than expected. But the potential is there. If the show keeps up this spaghetti Western angle and really leans into Daryl as a crossbow-wielding gunslinger, it could carve out a distinctive new identity within the Walking Dead universe. I'm curious, did this episode's Western vibe work for you? Or did it feel too much like a retread of old Walking Dead patterns? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's dig into where you think this season is headed.